Hi folks, I might sound a bit raspy, but I'm not surprised. This won't be the best movie I ever made, but it's probably the most amazing as far as I'm concerned. Just over 24 hours ago, I was in UNC Hospital having surgery on my chest to remove a growth, probably a tumor, from my mediastinum. That's the space between your lungs and your heart's at the back, and it sits right in there, right under your sternum. Difficult place to get to. In order to get there, they put me under general anesthetic for just over 2 hours. Then they had to collapse my left lung. I'm pretty sore because I got holes in my sides that have, when they took the drain out this morning. And they got out the mass, which has gone to pathology for final diagnosis. But what is amazing is that I'm sitting here making this video a day later. They were kind of surprised how well I did, how I was getting out of bed with no trouble. And I think it kind of surprised them, but why would they be surprised? If you stay fit into later years, the chances are you'll do better. Other people on my ward, most of them were in terrible shape and they were struggling around. People were holding them to walk and they were obviously having a terrible time. And I'm not magic, I'm not special. I just love to work out and exercise. I do Ironman races. And so I think this really helps me deal with the challenges of aging, especially surgery. And this was actually a fairly dangerous surgery, somewhat invasive even though they used a scope. I mean, you have to admire the surgeons. Ben, the surgeon, did a wonderful job and his team were great. And so they minimized damage, but I still feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck. I've got soreness over, I feel like a pincushion, but I'm up making this video after having thoracic or chest surgery. It's hard to believe. So this movie isn't really about me, it's about you. How are you going to do? Let's say you're 50 now, but you let things go and drink a bunch of beer. I mean, I like beer now and then, but then you have to have surgery in your 70s like me. You're going to have a really hard time because surgery is stressful, especially the anesthetic. So stay fit, do everything in moderation. I always say everything in moderation, including moderation. It's good to party now and then, but not all the time. So staying in shape, doing Ironman training, I think helped me enormously. And they sent me home about 24 hours after I came around from the surgery, and I could tell they were kind of surprised how I was doing. It's just because I'm reasonably fit. I also went in with a good attitude. I felt grateful for them and what they're doing for me. I felt so lucky to be in good shape. Lucky they found this mass as a result of a routine scan of my aortic aneurysm. Without that, it would have continued growing and eventually killed me. It would slowly take over the inner part of your chest here. You'd have trouble swallowing, trouble breathing, and eventually you'll be dead sooner than you want to be. So this movie is really about encouraging you to stay in shape and prepare for the later years, and then surgery won't be such a trial. I mean, it's not pleasant, but your chances of surviving and doing well are much greater. So that's my advice, even though I got a very sore throat because they put a tube down and ran it over into my right bronchus. I was just breathing through one lung while this lung was collapsed so they could expand the mediastinum and get into the space and get the mass without damaging various nerves and stuff. So yeah, I feel beat up, but I'm up and around and making this video. Isn't that proof enough for you? Anyway, I wish you luck. Please prepare for aging because we all have to do it. So that's it. Over and out from Fit Old Dog, feeling like he's been hit by a Mack truck. Over and out.